Hey guys, I wanted to make another Is It Worth It video. I actually made this video earlier, but I had my headphones on thinking that it would record me through the headphones, but my plans didn't go through. I thought that it'd make a better audio quality, but I did side by side. I don't think it was doing anything. So I'm doing another Is It Worth It video. In case you haven't noticed, this is a new room because I had to move all my stuff from the back room, which no one wanted because it was extremely hot, because it had no AC really, because it was a built-in garage, to these rooms because my mom wanted to redo the floor. So I guess it's an upgrade. At least I can not sweat my butt off during the summer, and I don't have to sit through these videos, making these videos sweating while I'm making the videos, trying not to show that I'm sweating. But let's get started. I'm going to do another Is It Worth It video, but this time on the PSP. Lately I've been doing a lot of Nintendo handhelds, but I've been playing this a lot lately. This is near my favorite handheld, and I decided I should make a video about this. This is my system. This is a 2000 model. When I started collecting this system, I had a 3000. I originally got my original one at a thrift shop for only $20 with a game. The game was... I actually got Dodgeball that day, and I got this Super 8 and Clank, with not my favorite game, but it gave me enough to see what the console was capable of, because that's a very graphically, that's a pretty good graphics game. And it really blew me away, because I never had one before this, but I knew what it was. I'm going to back up a little bit, but I knew what it was, based on I've heard of it, I've heard things about it. I just never was interested in it. By the time I had it, I already had a PS Vita, and since the PS Vita was so good, I decided to try to give this a shot. And so this is my original model. My original one had a problem that I hear that a lot of people have. Not a whole lot, but enough that I've seen some forums about it, that their analog stick starts to drift. You can take this apart and fix it. Most people find it very simple. But when I took the analog stick apart, some of these little pins that held it together snapped, so I couldn't get it back together. So I went to the store, I bought this one for $50, which isn't that bad. Originally I got another PSP 3000, but it had a problem with the screen, so I took it back. And this one was cheaper, so of course I was forced to buy another game. Not that big of a deal, but yeah, this console, even though... The only difference between this, really, a lot of people say it has a better screen and slightly better speakers, but nothing that I really noticed. And they said that the screen is supposed to have less ghosting or something like that, but I haven't really noticed it that much. And the volume on mine, my speaker was crackling, just in case you have this issue, but it's slowly fixing itself. So I'm going to get into the video. I'm going to get into my favorite games. And then, first I'm going to get into some of the weird accessories kind of things, I guess. The only weird accessory I have is these. I started collecting these lately. These are something that's, I think, pretty unique to the PSP. Of course, the Game Boy Advance did this to a lesser extent. This is a UMD movie. It's pretty much movies written onto their little their little game cartridges that they have, game discs. And I think they're kind of neat. You can find these fairly cheap, and they're fairly good quality for, fairly good quality movie for what they are. Only thing that sucks, a lot of these movies, I don't go on car trips that often, and I like to save these for a car trip. But I'll go over what I have. I have a lot of stand-up comedy, just because I don't mind stand-up comedy, and they're cheap. Chris Rock, Bigger and Blacker. So you can know what kind of comedy I'm into. Spider-Man, the new animated series, my least favorite Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man show, but I didn't know that when I got it. Fantastic Four. The Benchwarmers, which I'm pretty sure I like this movie. It's been a while since I watched it. The Terminator, which I actually never watched just because I haven't been on a car trip yet. And I never watched it before. Busta Rhymes, Everything Remains Raw. I think this is a stand-up comedy, but I didn't know when I got it. It was like $1.95. Actually, I think these ones were 95 cents. Some of these were 95 cents. Jamie Foxx presents Laugh-O-Palooza. I actually watched that one already. Not that bad. Tommy Lee, the man of the house, or Tommy Lee Jones. Eddie Murphy's Daddy Daycare, and Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. And now I have some of the more games I have more to talk about, I guess. One thing I would say, these game cartridges seem to get damaged really easily. This is one that I brought out for example. See, they tend to do this. They open up in the middle, but they will still play like this. And you can buy extra ones. This is actually a game I got at a thrift shop for $1.95. Tony Hawk's Project 8. And you can get these little things, just not my thing really, but these will break too if you're not careful with them. So this isn't really a kid's console, just because I've known kids that have these, and the games don't last very long. And one thing I will say about the PSP is the games are dirt cheap. I'm going to get into some of the games, and some of the games I remember around how much they cost, and some of them have price tags on it, but I'll try to tell you. Pet Adventures, The Wand of Wishing. These are my favorite games first. This game kind of plays like a kiddish version of Diablo. I kind of like it. Logan's Shadow, which I actually have two of them. I got this one because I like the other one. I haven't played this one yet. Final Fantasy Crisis Core, which is actually one of the more pricey ones I bought. And it's only $10, and this is a Final Fantasy game. That's why it's $10, because of the name. But this is a kind of a spin-off game, but I still like the gameplay. I still think that it's worth playing. Monster Hunter 2 Freedom, I think, is maybe a little bit better than the 3DS version, just because it has less gimmicks. I don't know. I don't like touchscreen or any of that. I don't like that. And I will say that they have excellent focus. I will say that the PSP has had excellent points of other games. This is SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. It's pretty much the same as PS2 ones, but on the go, which is a lot better. Daxter, which is an amazing game. I just beat it lately. It's a spin-off of the Jak and Daxter series. But I kind of like this one better than I like, the main Jak and Daxter. I just started playing the Jak and Daxter. Daxter's comedy seemed to change through the series. I know that's kind of an older game, but focus. Okay. And let's get into it more. I have Namco Museum Collection, which has Dig Dug, my favorite game. This is the game. It's kind of a third-person shooter, and I really enjoy it. Not my favorite game, but I played it enough to know that I like it. I'm going to try to beat it eventually. The Sims 2 Pets, my favorite version of the Sims games, just because I can take it with me. Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. I haven't played it yet because I have other games I'm playing right now, but I really, really, really want to play this because from what I've played of it so far, it seems like an excellent port of Grand Theft Auto to a portable console. Naruto Legends, which is a third-person kind of game. I haven't played it that much because I'm trying to watch the show first. Naruto Ninja Heroes. I watched this show, and this is just a fighter. The Sims 2 Castaway. Ratchet & Clank Size Matters. This is the reason I can't play Grand Theft Auto right now. This is actually the game that I was showing you that's kind of broken. This is Arthur McLean's Mercury, which is actually a game I told you on my Wii list that I had on the PSP. I like the PSP version better just because it has, the portability aspect, and I can watch TV while playing it. Final Fantasy Tactics, one of the other more expensive ones I bought, also $10. In case you haven't noticed on Mercury, it's only $3. A lot of these games are pretty cheap. Sega Genesis Collection. This one's maybe a little bit more pricey. I think the collections are usually around $10. Neverland Card Battle. It's a really fun tactical strategy game mixed with Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess. Because you collect cards, you collect different monsters. Another wrestling game. And Dragon Ball Z. I love this game. It's very fun. Dragon Ball Z Shin Budokai. I think it's Budokai. Yeah. Well, it could have been Budokan. Patapon. I don't know what it is. Little Big Planet, I'm really planning on playing this one after I beat Little Big Planet on a PS Vita, just because I think this one will be better since it doesn't have touchscreen controls or anything. I'm just not a big fan of touchscreen controls. Lego Batman and Hot Wheels Ultimate Racing. Dissidia Final Fantasy. Haven't played it yet, but it was like $6 for a Final Fantasy game, so I think it'll be somewhat good. Ghost Recon 2, Advanced Warfighter. Lumines is a puzzle game that a lot of people enjoy. I just can't get into it. Ben 10, Protector of Earth. It's a platform, not platform, a beat 'em up. Every Extra Extend. I haven't played it yet, but it's like $3, so I got it. Frantics. Another one that I just got because it was $3. Kingdom of Paradise. Got it because it was cheap when I got Neverland Coin Battle, so you double my time went. R-Type Command. Need for Speed Most Wanted 510. And this is a game I just got because it was extremely cheap. MLB The Show. SOCOM US Navy SEALs. Pixel Junk Monsters Deluxe. This game is really fun for like $3. It's a tower defense game. And here's a point of the Iron Man game. Haven't played it personally. I played a little bit of it to the point where you're flying, so not very flying. Okay, I think I got most of the games covered. I have a few more in this case. I got Spider-Man 2, the movie. Well, that's the movie, not the game. Was it really confusing? I'm pretty sure they had a game on here too. Exit. Secret Agent Clank. Burnout. Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Street Fighter, whatever it's called. Dodgeball. As you can tell, I don't collect a whole bunch of loose games just because of how the cases are. They break really easy. That's why I got this hard case one, so that, you know, it's a little bit more protected than it would be. And, yeah, I'm getting to the end of this video, so I kind of skipped past those games because I thought I was going to run out of time. But, oh, I guess I have, this game too, but I don't really care that much about Tony Hawk games. I'm more of a skate fan myself. But, I really hope that this brings something to your attention, that, this console is a great console, especially for how cheap it is. At thrift shops, you can get it for $20 if you find them, and it's definitely worth $20 you can find for that. And I think the most is $50, and a 3DS is like the cheapest option is like $70, and the games are kind of expensive. A lot of these games are amazing games, probably the same quality graphics and everything that you find on the 3DS anyway. And yeah, I really love this console. It's one of my favorite handhelds. I'll play this on car trip, and I also have, I forgot to say, I have an extra battery somewhere. But that's for car trips. Oh, there's. Had me an extra battery from an old PSP that I kept for car trips and stuff, so I can have it all charged up. But yeah, if you really want to collect this console, my favorite games are first, like Ratchet and Clank games and Daxter, which is my favorite one. There is a Jak and Daxter game on the system. Those are my favorite games on the system so far. There is a lot of great JRPGs that just take a lot of time, so I haven't played them. So yeah, this console is definitely worth both the $20 I paid originally and the $50 I paid now. I wish the original one would have lasted me a little bit longer, but this one's an okay model. Only model that I won't say is worth it just because I haven't personally tested it, and a lot of people don't. Like, a lot of people aren't the hugest fans of it just because these ones are so much better. The original model, I am tracking it down just because I want to have it for my collection, because I have a box for one that came with my original one that I got at a thrift shop. And yeah, I'm going to get going and hope you watch my next video. My next video is hopefully going to be on PS2.